There are those who would like to see you fail in your journey. That's not going to happen on my watch. Let's go.
Can we stop for ice cream, Bart? Can we stop for ice cream? Oh, it's the Max! Oh, the Portland Light Rail System, the Max, and that's what it actually looks like. How sweet! So end of May, June, July, and now we're into August, so...
That was the longest night of my life.
Hello, I'm Simulator Dirk, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. We're in Holbrook, Arizona today. Here is our truck. It's the last day of this particular load, the case excavator to Texas. Let's get straight into it. Say hello to Mr. Morgan Freeman.
I may be the vice president of America, but you're the president of this car, and it's time to take action.
Alright, let's go. So we'll get some fuel while we're here. $3.97 a gallon. So to bring you up to speed, we had a rest stop in Holbrook. So we are 8.5 hours or 521 miles away from our destination. It's Thursday morning, just on 6:30 a.m. We're expected this afternoon at 3:06 p.m. So we'll actually be early for our window. We're expected between Thursday 7:06 p.m. and Friday morning at 1:46 a.m. Next rest stop in just under 14 hours. That should be well and truly fine. We're well and truly fueled. We are okay for fatigue, and we'll be able to complete this delivery on this episode as we head back to the interstate. Oh, I've gone down the wrong one! I've gone on the wrong ramp. We should be heading east, not west. That's what happens when you don't listen to Mr. Morgan Freeman and you're half asleep. Fun fact, I am actually recording this episode not too long after waking up in the morning. So we're just going to continue on to the next exit. And that's how simple it is, folks. And now is this going to be a really long section where there's a really long section between exits? By the time I realised I was committed. Now, if it was somewhere like California, close to the coast, we probably would have passed 5 exits by now, but I think we're coming up to an exit. Totally on me, not on Mr. Morgan Freeman. Oh, there is a long time between exits. Now we're back in Flagstaff.
Keep right. And then exit right.
Rightio.
Exit right. Turn left.
Alright. Time to get back on track. Pepsi truck.
Turn left.
Alright, east on I-40. That's what we want. Towards Albuquerque. Alright, here we go, boys and girls. Wow, we just travelled 85 miles. Or pretty close to 85 miles in the wrong direction. That also goes to show you how the time frames work in American Truck Simulator. Oops. There we go, just got to adjust the camera a bit, there we go. 69 miles an hour, 75 is the limit. I like. As soon as you jump into Arizona, the speed limits dramatically increase from California. So it's probably added 3 hours to our trip. Alright, this is the Holbrook exit, which is where we entered the interstate and headed the wrong way. So soon the red line on the opposite carriageway will disappear. Alright, here we go. Alright, 204 miles to Albuquerque, which was referenced so many times on Bugs Bunny cartoons as I was growing up. It didn't seem to matter where Bugs Bunny went. If he got lost, he always said that he knew he should have turned left at Albuquerque. There's probably 1 or 2 generations of people that have never seen a Bugs Bunny cartoon. And so when I made that reference on the last episode, they were probably thinking, what?
Continue straight.
That said, some of Morgan Freeman's... What? Some of Morgan Freeman's references, there we go. I haven't seen a lot of his movies, so the one where he says, I might be Vice President of America, but you're the president of this car. I'm going to have to look that up. I think I did actually do that on a previous episode ages ago in a previous series, where I actually looked up some of his movies.
Continue straight.
I know it's a bit of a meme on the internet now, but there's a lot of people who seem to say, I'd like Morgan Freeman to narrate my life. Way station, 2 miles. We haven't had to drop into a way station for a while. I'm surprised they haven't made it mandatory for trucks to be in the right-hand lane yet. Oh, we're into New Mexico. I can bypass the way station as we enter New Mexico. Whereas in part of Australia where I'm from, it's mandatory to pull off the motorway, as we call them, and then the operator of the way station will make a decision if you need to go in, or if you can just go straight back to the motorway. It's not a case of, you know, the truck's got a transmitter. I honestly don't know how that works in real life, if all the trucks do have a transmitter for the different way stations. It would actually in some ways surprise me, as there's a lot of things in America that aren't the same between, as I was mentioning on the previous episode, between individual cities, and you know, then you get individual states. It would surprise me in some ways if it actually was, if there was a transmitter that had to be fitted to the truck and it would say, you know, come into the way station or not. So we've dropped back to 65. More signs for Route 66. Albuquerque's 76 miles now. Was there a circus? Oh, I thought that might have been a circus over there. One thing that I did notice when I was coming back from the east coast to the west coast of America via the south in 2009, you're travelling on an interstate like this, and as you approach an exit, there's a whole heap of billboards for whatever's in the local, you know, in the local town, as they're trying to appeal to you to get off the interstate and, you know, have a rest, go to the gas station, that sort of thing. Not sure what the situation is like now, probably hasn't changed. Lots of places where you can buy fireworks. In Australia, we haven't been able to legally buy fireworks since the 1980s, I want to say. You know, there is a black market for them. People do sell them illegally. People do obtain them illegally, but in America, just coming up to an exit, it'll go, oh, New Mexico's biggest range of Fireworks. And they seem to be congregated around interstate exits. Because realistically, given a choice of, say, a gas station just off the interstate, or, you know, 5 miles in towards town and there's two there, you're obviously going to go for the one that's closer. Especially too if there's a motel nearby. You know, we're starting to come up to, you can see you're starting to come up to an exit when you see signs for gas station, food, you know, that sort of thing. So just on lunchtime, just under 6 hours to go. We're expected Thursday about 6 p.m. Our original was about 3 p.m. But we're still going to be well and truly inside our window. 46 miles to Albuquerque now. I am liking the traffic mod that I've installed. It's more, there's more traffic than what would be in the vanilla version. Oh, we've dropped back to 65, probably because we're in New Mexico rather than Arizona. We're now arriving into Albuquerque. Now, when the New Mexico DLC came out, I did actually go for all the cities, the discoverable cities in New Mexico. But since going to the new computer, all of that basically went back to zero. You know, I'm not a massive one for trying to obtain... Keep left, thank you, Morgan. Through traffic, yeah, I like that.
Keep left.
So he's trying to keep me well and truly away from the exits as we intersect with Interstate 25. So at the moment I'm probably better off keeping in this lane because the other two just seem to be for exits. until we get out of town a bit, and then it's going to be, this will be the right-hand lane again. So it's just easier just to add the right-hand lane briefly, stay in this one. There's another sign for Route 66. I wonder how much of the Route 66, which is the quintessential US highway from coast to coast, I wonder how much of it they've actually modelled. Because there's plenty of places apparently where it doesn't even exist anymore, but they have kept sections. So just on 4 hours to go now. The right lane's about to end, so this guy's going to try and squeeze in. Yep. Speed limit back to 75. So if it wasn't for my little detour, I'd almost be there by now, but we're going okay. Still well and truly in a window, so it's all good. We should be entering Texas soon, I presume. Rest area next right. There we go. There's another exit. Oh, that's just for a rest area, not an actual exit. Okay. So rail fans will know probably the town of Santa Fe, you know, the name of the train company, probably more than the actual city. Santa Rosa is our next exit. It's another sign for Route 66. Gee, we slowed up here because of these, I presume because of these cars entering. Fire truck. Well, the money's been steadily rolling in from our drivers doing deliveries, and for some of our drivers it's probably their first delivery.
Keep left.
Keep left. Yeah, there's an exit just there, so that was very wise, and another sign for Route 66. On the way back, we should actually see, might even do this off camera, just have a look on the map and see how well it is actually mapped. Amarillo, I think that's where we're going. I can hear a train. I definitely can hear a train. Where is it? That sounds like an American. Oh, left-hand side, left-hand side, left-hand side, I think. Oh, yeah, there it is, left-hand side. That train horn sounded really good, by the way. So just to let you know, some of the other maps that you can watch me drive as well. The Australian map's going really well. I'm an active part of that community. Since I started, there's been a couple of new additions to the map with more to come. They're roughly coming out on a monthly basis. So I'm enjoying that. And interestingly, the main guy behind that map isn't even Australian. He lives in the Netherlands. So for that map to pass the Australian eye test, or the Australian pub test of, yeah, that looks really cool. Basically doing everything by looking at Google Maps. That's really good. The Japan map, Project Japan's going well. I've gone back to the Middle East. Middle East is good in terms of the map, at least, not the real world. And I've also started a UK series as well. Rather than have UK part of Europe, I've decided to start a new series there, which is good. And of course, Euro Truck, which really links up the Middle East and the UK maps.
Keep left.
Keep left, thank you. So there is one overriding playlist where you can see all the maps here on Simulator Dirk on YouTube, and that is the Convoy playlist. But each map does also have its own playlist. So if you say, for instance, don't want to look at the European, say you're an American and you only want to look at the American map, there is an American playlist. If you're European, you don't want to look at the American map, you wouldn't be watching this now probably. So we're under 2 hours away now. So they've given a lot more merge area there, and that's one thing that they've probably done Amarillo 99 miles, which really links up with what's shown on the screen. We've got roadworks or a breakdown up here. So I'll head across slowly. This is one thing that I really like that they added in. Go on. Not a fan of that horn. Need to change that. Probably haven't found a horn mod that suits any type of horn. Okay, what have we got here? That's a light aircraft down. Whiskey 57 November Romeo Alpha. I'm sorry. The things you see on the side of the road. Whoops. Not that one. Not that one. So I'm gonna get F3. There we go. That probably happens more often than you think, actually. You get these nice, big, long stretches of interstate. You've got a light aircraft like that, comes into some sort of trouble trying to find the airport, can't find the airport or can't make the airport. Where's the next possible place? The interstate, nice, long stretches. And apparently that was one of the things that was considered when they were building the estate program, that these roads needed to be wide enough in the event of an emergency that a plane could land. And in Australia, for instance, we've got the Royal Flying Doctor Service, because there's a lot of Australia that's so remote. So on some of the bush highways, they've got dedicated zones where, if need be, the Royal Flying Doctor Service can... I think we're leaving New Mexico and we're entering Texas. So where a plane such as that, or a bit bigger now, they can actually land. You know, the police will come out, close the road, that sort of thing. Sometimes in a situation like the one we just saw, sometimes they've got time to warn people. Sometimes it's just a case of trying to find a little bit that there's no traffic at the time. It just depends on what happened and how much time the pilot's got, really. But that sort of random event is cool. So just under an hour to go now. .43 miles. Oh, here we go, the Fatigo meter. How long have we got? Oh, 2 hours. Yeah, we're sweet. Interesting that we start to yawn 2 hours before here. So we've dropped back down to 60. 29 miles now, about half an hour. We've got a big junction coming up here, so there's a few different highways and an interstate.
Keep left.
Keep left, thank you. It's a shopping list of highways.
Keep right. And then exit right. Exit right.
Oh, we're coming up to a garage we don't own up here. We have to get used to seeing traffic
Continue
lights
straight.
again. Alright, our destination is just up the road. Yawny McYawn face over here. (69°F) outside. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna have to get over at some point. Some point might as well be now. Beep beep.
Keep right. And then turn right. Turn right.
Alright, here we are.
You've arrived. It's been my honor and duty to see you through this mission.
Alright, here we are. The excavator has been delivered from San Francisco to Amarillo. 1,577 miles, including my detour. Total time, including loading, including unloading, including rest stops, 53.5 hours. Proficiency and long distance delivery bonus. I'm not going to bother to look at the current job offers because I am due to sleep. So let's drive back. Whoops. Alright, we need to go back to this garage.
An elite team has been assembled to guide your mission. Let's get started.
Let's get started, Mr. Morgan Freeman. 8 miles back to the garage that we're going to own.
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Yeah, well, I know where I'm going to sleep, so... Now, quite technically, I can go into this garage, into this depot, and probably just sleep there and there's no problem, but I'm going to buy it.
Turn right. Turn right.
Oh, the truck's coming out, so I'm going to go around while the truck's turning. That worked out really well.
Keep right. And 10, turn right. Turn right.
Alright, here we are at our new Amarillo depot, which will be very, very shortly.
Arrived. It's been my honor and duty to see you through this mission.
Oh, gee, the manhole cover's a little bit raised there, isn't it? Yes, I would like to buy it. Yes, I would like to buy this garage. So this is the standard free garage depot. Alright, while we're here, we're going to go to our garage manager. We own 36 garages now. And it should be the only small one on the map. Amarillo. And we are going to upgrade it. Which will give us 2 more slots. Now, will it give us the modded one? Let's have a look. Yes, it has given us the modded large garage. Alright, it has parked us inside our new garage. We'll turn off the engine. So here we are in our new garage. Of course, it doesn't happen that quickly in real life, but here we are. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Simulator Dirk. You've been awesome, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. and bye for now.
There are those who would like to see you fail in your journey. That's not going to happen on my watch. Let's go.
Can we stop for ice cream, Bart? Can we stop for ice cream? Oh, it's the Max! Oh, the Portland light rail system, the Max, and that's what it actually looks like. How sweet! So end of May, June, July, and now we're into August, so...
That was the longest night of my life.